Hi guys, let's return to Thermaltake stuff. Now, last time I did, it was an RGB power supply, bronze. It has semi-modular connectors or cables. You could nicely do everything with it. But today we're going to do something similar yet affordable. It's a budget power supply for Thermaltake. It has 700 watts. It's not semi-modular, it has all the cables connected to the power supply, but still they are very nicely braided. And should I continue or should I just skip to the intro and then let's talk power supply stuff? Stay tuned! What power supply am I going to talk about? Well, here we go. Now, here we have the Smart Series power supply from Thermaltake, and this one is 700 watts Smart RGB. You have that kind of build, you have that kind of components, you don't need more than, I don't know, 500, 600 watts. New graphic cards don't take up that much, but let's say you have an older PC and your power supply died. Here we have something that will actually work very nicely, and you will also pimp up your computer with the RGB lights. Now, loads of people are talking why RGB on the power supply, you can't see it. Many cases have power supply shrouds. Well, most of them do, but even if they do have, they probably have those holes to turn around your power supply, and then you have all the air going through the power supply for a better airflow and for better cooling for your graphic card, for instance. And this one, well, you're probably going to place it in your PC which doesn't have a power supply shroud, because if we're talking about the budget build, you're going to go for a budget case, you're going to go for a budget everything, and according to your budget planning you have to squeeze something in, and why not this? So let's unbox this, and I think, well, it from the box it looks very nice, and the whole packaging, I mean, everything is written nicely. You have the connector specification, you have the features, you have the output specification, everything, efficiency, everything is nicely written here. You have all the instructions on one side, well, these sides are the same, and a nice picture of the power supply name and that kind of stuff. So let's open it, let's see how it looks, and then we're gonna turn it on and see how actually it works. So we have some English manual here, what to do, how to connect. Here, I'm not going to open it because I'll probably stretch it like this. And here we also have the product warranty policy. Not interested in that for now, and probably won't be interested in product warranty policy ever with this kind of thing, but let's go. So as I said, you get the 4 screws for your power supply, you get the power cord, and let's go to the power supply. Now, as I said, all cables are connected to it, and it is going to be harder to do a perfect cable management, but you saw one of my budget builds that I did like a couple of months ago, and I shown you how to do a perfect cable management even with the full cables connected to the power supply. So it's not a problem, you just need good organization and just a good, well, it doesn't have to be even a good case, you can all manage it. As I said, all the cables are nicely, well, let's say braided. Of course, they're nicely sleeved with black. The only thing that shows are the end cables, but that's all you can get for the money, of course, you pay. Now, here on the other side you have this kind of RGB lighting button that you push and you change the colors. You have the on-off switch for the power supply, and apart from that power supply that I did for Thermaltake last time, this one doesn't have the Thermaltake ring fan in here. It's some sort of a normal fan from Thermaltake that's lower in the price range, so it has to probably look different, of course. But why don't we turn it on and see how everything works? So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We connect two things here. Don't do this at home, because you'll probably, well, you won't probably, I'm just saying, people manage to bust things, so don't do it. Okay, and here we go, and it's working perfectly fine. Now, as I said, now it turns from each color, it changes, so it's kind of pulsation, changing colors. You could also put a fixation on the color, so we had red, green, blue, and this is yellowish, kind of limeish, and you can turn it off. You can fixate a color and make it also pulse, which is really cool because it gives you loads of opportunities with a power supply which you wouldn't even expect. So a little bit of specification. As I said, it's an 80 plus power supply, 700 watts. It has a 5-year warranty. It's RGB. It has an RGB fan, 120 millimeters, and it's a quiet fan. I can't hear it right now, and it's spinning. It doesn't have a smart fan, so it doesn't turn off when you, for instance, I don't know, doesn't have a load. Well, it's alright. You won't hear it anyway because it's a quiet fan. This is a smart series. It also has, let's check the box. So the features are high amperage single plus 12 volts rail design. It has, as I said, 700 watts of continuous output at 40 degrees. So you have one 24 pin cable, of course. You have the one 4+4 pin for your CPU on your motherboard. You have 6 SATA connectors. You have two PCI 6 plus, sorry. You have two PCI 6 plus 2 pin connectors. Then we have the peripheral or Molex pin, which has 5 connectors, and you have FDD, one 4-pin cable. So guys, that's about it. I mean, I like to play with colors, and this one, look at this. You could do whatever you want and switch colors as you like, which is pretty cool. And it's on the, and you can change it on the outside of your case, because this part goes on the back and you can easily change it as you wish, and that's really cool. So thank you guys for watching. This was well, let's say a video with introduction into something coming on the market, and well, it's already on the market, but this kind of cool stuff really intrigues me, because people are inventing stuff that some of you think doesn't make sense, some of you will like it, and some of you will buy it. So for those who will buy it, you have the link below. Check it out, click it, go to the website, go to the Thermaltake website, read more specification if you're interested in this kind of power supply. Check also Thermaltake social media profiles. I'll link them down below, and of course at the end, don't forget to click that thumbs up button.